What up? What it do? It's your boy JDQ, and as always, it's one video a day. Nothing gets in the way. And of course, as always, peep the hat and the shirt. All right, guys. So in this video, I'm just giving you a quick update on one of the uh, masterpieces that I've been practicing and working on. So this I would consider to be like a rough draft of what I eventually will be working on, like on a bigger scale, or at least like as far as my sketchbook allows me, a little bit bigger than what it is where I got it right now. So if you don't know, and if you're new to the channel or new to any of my videos and you haven't really seen my background in comics and superheroes and art and drawing and all that, I'll just do a quick, flashback of some of the things I've said before. So I'm a huge Spider-Man and Batman fan, um, and of course Deadpool. But the two characters that really got me into comics when I was a lot younger were Batman and Spider-Man. Years ago, uh, I remember when I went into like one of the comic book stores, I had seen like the greatest cover art on a comic ever, which was a crossover issue with Spider-Man and Batman. I'm not sure if it was indeed a Spider-Man comic doing a crossover, like bringing in Batman or the other way around. But long story short, uh, ever since I saw that cover art, I was like, man, that's like really good. Like one someday when I get older or whatever, because back then I was like really, really into like art and like drawing stuff. And for those of you who don't know, I quit drawing um, like I used to very frequently a long time ago. And I just recently started like drawing again on a more constant basis. And pretty much I started like from zero. And the drawings that I have put up so far, like on the channel, are drawings that I have done with an image for reference, which I would be looking at and going back to the paper and drawing it, looking at it, going. And so it, even though they came out most of them like pretty good, they had no structure. So the reason why I'm saying this is because the last drawings and stuff that I've put up like on my Instagram and stuff like that have been me actually practicing the basics and the fundamentals of structural like drawing within like comics and cartoons and all that stuff. So I'm gonna give you like a quick tour of pretty much what I practice like on a daily basis and how I go about practicing. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, how do you get better? How do you get better?" And a lot of people say practice, but they don't go into like detail and depth about how to go about practicing. And so I figured I'd give you guys like a quick glance of like my sketchbook and what I do to like actually practice and what might help you along the way when it comes to like practicing your artwork and all that stuff. All right, so just switch the camera real quick. Okay, so if you take a moment to just kind of like glance at the sketchbook, you can tell that the red and black resemble what like Deadpool, Spider-Man. Even though none of these images are any character in specific, you could just say it's just like a masked red suit wearing like hero or superhero or villain or whatever. There's no one specific except for this one. This one actually was intended to be Spider-Man like facing forward, and that's me practicing. That's me practicing. That's me practicing. That's me practicing. That's me. All these um, is just me like actually practicing different angles using the Loomis method, and even this one was me practicing. Um, so yeah, uh, every day just take out like whatever amount of time you want to. It depends on how bad you want to get better at all this or whatever. Um, you know, half hour, an hour, whatever. Just practice different angles. How many angles you could put your character body into. Dynamic poses. Think about a pose that you want to put your character in, and draw it out, sketch it out with like the structure first. The actual skeletal structure, and then play around with like the different positions and angles. All right. So this thing that I've been working on. Um, I don't like at all how Spider-Man's face came out, and this is not even done yet. But hopefully, when I'm done, I'll like share it either on Instagram or I can do another video like showing how it came out or whatever. But for it being my first time structurally or using structure to like draw Batman, I think it came out pretty good. I was going for a cartoon look, so that's why I did like the eyes like big like that. I kind of like prefer how Batman came out versus like Spider-Man. Um, but yeah, guys. So um, when people say in the art world like practice makes perfect, um, don't take that advice so lightly, but know what to practice and how much of it. I say because today was one of those days where I had a lot of free time on my hands. So I spent like maybe half the day, maybe even a little more, practicing like different angles of the face and different positions and whatever. And finally, I was like, you know what? Let me do this because I really want to see Batman and Spider-Man together, like in an artwork. So I started working on this, but it was also me practicing like how to go about having them like stand back to back with each other. And so like just take out time to um, practice as many times as you can throughout the day, and you will get better. You will get more comfortable. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I see myself like improving like on a daily basis. And yeah, hopefully this helps. All right, for those of you who are like into drawing and all that stuff, hopefully that advice helps. And thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video. And as always, love you all and peace out.